All right, everyone, we are back for, I believe this is round 6 of the loser's bracket, fresh off our win against Denovi, the #1 seed. And we're playing against Boris DC. So this guy is ranked a bit higher than me. He has had some pretty tough competition thus far in the tournament. In his first round, he beat the 85 seed as USSR. Second round, he beat the 21st seed as USSR. Third round, he beat the 12 seed as USSR, and then he lost to the 5 seed as USA. So I'm not particularly happy to see him as USSR here. So he goes with the standard setup. I think we will be doing the same. We got some good ops here. I think my headline's going to be containment. That way I can throw Vietnam to blockade if needed. He goes with captured Nazi to grab those VPs. And here we go. Okay, so he's going to go for Iran, it looks like. And then we coup back with a big card. And it's going to be NATO. Actually, let's coup back with East European. Maybe I can hold one of those 4 ops and not waste it with containment. So we're looking for a 4 or higher. A 2. That's alright. Kicked him out. Vents Nasser. So that makes me think he has Middle East scoring, perhaps. So we can fight against that by using Olympic Games. And we'll go to Lebanon, Malaysia, and we'll throw in France. Or do we want... Let's do this. Let's do Malaysia. Oh, I can't get to Afghanistan. Okay. So then, yeah, we'll stick with France there. So then the next play will probably be NATO to Thailand and France, and then we'll score Asia for even. Okay, so he's got Middle East domination right now. Not much I can do about it. But I can grab those two battlegrounds. So if he scores Middle East here, we'll score Asia. Blockade for influence. That's minorly annoying to see it stick around. So I could get greedy here and go for domination. Or do I want to just score it? Because if I take domination by taking, let's say, Japan and Laos, he can just walk into Pakistan. So let's score it now. And maybe we try to walk on over to Saudi Arabia. If he doesn't score Middle East, maybe we break Egypt. If we're going to play Vietnam for... Okay. So we're not going to be... Okay, as expected. It's 5 points, that's not great. So then I guess all that's left is Europe, really. So we'll overprotect. Let's throw one into Burma. We got 2 ops left. So the Burma, so I can get to India. I guess one other thing I could do is hold that 4-opper and do this. What's country count at? 4 to 2. And then I'll spread down here. And that allows me to hold that 4-op card, get an extra op out of containment. Alright, so let's see what we got here.
Poverty and strife. They reach their full growth when the hope of a people for a better life has died.
So, not a lot here in the way of a headline. He could red scare me. What can he do in Europe? So I think De Gaulle. Yep, De Gaulle's still out there. Suez is still out there. So I can't headline Europe scoring. So I think my headline comes down to either Formosan or NORAD. So let's see. Formosan would be cheaper because NORAD, well, it's an extra op on the card and another 2 to take Canada. Marshall Plan's still out there, but I have to think if he has it, it's going to space. CIA's still out there, but he has nothing in the mid-war regions yet, so that's not a problem for him. I think we're going to go with Formosan. Save the ops. He goes with the Gaul. Maybe I should have double over protected France. If he has a 4-op card. So there's Red Scare and Marshall Plan left for 4-ops. Yeah, I should have double over protected it. Okay. So I'm thinking about getting into an ops war with him here. Because I got 2 4-ops. I can probably win that. But first I want to make sure he doesn't get Spain, so that I can realign him out when Tear Down This Wall comes along. Korea is probably going to go to space, so maybe I grab South Korea here. Yeah, let's do that. So Truman is still out there. So I think the next play is going to be nuclear test ban, all into France. Okay. So let's go ahead and do that. Man, we both had huge ops hands. Okay, well, so much for that. This is not going well to start. And I'm thinking maybe I should have cooed in my AR1 because I just gave him 2 more points. There's decal. Okay, so let's see. What can he have? So CIA is a problem for him now. And I'm thinking he doesn't have it this turn. Because he probably would have played it when DEFCON was at 3. Or before he decalled. So 5-year plan is also out there. Jeez, he got both his power cards. This might be a quick game, folks.
So my country's purpose is to help us move out of the dark chamber of horrors into the light, to find a way by which the minds of men, the hopes of men, the souls of men everywhere can move forward toward peace and happiness and well-being.
So, okay, that means he has 5-year plans, special relationship, Truman, Romanian abdication, and Indo-Pakistani war. Let's see what we get on the reshuffle. Bunch of garbage. So for headlines, I don't want to headline CIA since I know half his hand. What could he headline? He might headline Romanian abdication or Indo-Pakistan. No, he wouldn't do that. If he headlines Duck and Cover, Olympic Games is DEFCON suicide, but I don't think he'd do that. So let's go with Olympic Games. All right, not good. Not good. So since he opt blockade, we're gonna have to not forget about that until it shows back up. Okay. That is unfortunate, but I'm not super concerned. What I'm thinking about now is maybe some realignments in South America before we can start spreading. I think, what would I like to do it with? Could UN intervene with socialist governments? I think, yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. That's great. Okay. So Suez will be held for blockade. Um, we can go to space. Let's do that now. Just realized I was muted. I hope that wasn't for too long. Okay, so there's NATO, which is good to see that in play. So let's resolve Suez. So he's going to be at 11 points. Man. Should have really double overprotected France. That was a terrible move, and it could cost me my tournament life.
Приветствовать недавно принятые в члены Организации Объединенных Наций государства и передать им пожелания благополучия и процветания.
We got some cards here. Okay, so for headlines, kind of need to steal the coup so I can get into some of these countries. Or do I? I mean, grain sales is probably the no-brainer, but defectors and Red Scare are always good too. So if I steal the coup, I lose my chance at Nigeria, but I steal the coup. I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do grain sales. And then we'll hold We Will Bury You for blockade. That'll... Maybe he plays Missile Envy here. That would be nice. That'd be a DEFCON suicide. I doubt he does that. That'd be crazy. So blockade. And we got a sweet one-up card. Five or a six. 2 through 6. And really on this one, I would need a 6 because you could just walk in with a 3-op card. But yeah, that's useless. I could do Zaire too. I would need a 3 through 6 to make that work. I think that's a nice middle ground in the risk. Let's do that. Good. Okay. So, grain sales to discard. Panama. Discarded. So we'll give him We Will Bury You. Blockade is gone. So next play, we're gonna have to get into Central America. We want to flip Nigeria. I think we go for Africa here. Maybe he's holding the scoring card. We can pick up a domination, even this game up a little bit. Okay. Cooing with Sadat. We'll overprotect this so we can't just flip it. Okay. We're not unhappy to see that. He does have 5-year plans, so I mean, going too hard into Africa might not be fruitful. I'd like to save Cambridge 5, play that later, make him think we might have a scoring card. Um, Actually, maybe we coup with defectors. 50-50, and it'll get us our ops, which will be worth a victory point, basically. Okay, that's fine. See if we can get him out of here. Very nice. maybe the next play here is to, well, it's definitely taking Angola. He spaces the subs. So I did want to get to Mexico, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do that this turn. And rather than put one up there and give him a place to coup, I decided to take that Southeast Asia VP. So he has 2 cards left. It's 5-year plan and something else. US Japan. So he's going to end up with South America control. So let's delay a second here, see what he does and react. Realigning. Oh, okay. Good play. Good play. Okay, so then we can headline Usuri on the next turn, I think.
We dare not tempt them with weakness, for only when our arms are sufficient beyond doubt can we be certain beyond doubt that they will never be employed.
That's a lot of scoring. This game could be over. But we do have Africa and colonial rearguards. So Allende is still out there. So headlining South America now is potentially dangerous. Is Junta still out there too? Yeah. So there's 2 cards he could use to grab South America control in the headline. My other option for headline would be How I Learned to Stop Worrying. Could do colonial rearguards in the headline too. That gives him more coup targets. Yeah, and if he grabs South American control, that's the end of the game. So I can't headline South America. So I'm debating between colonial rearguards and how I learn to stop worrying. If I do how I learn to stop worrying, he can't coup me, but then it'll be tougher to make a good use of colonial rearguards. If I do colonial rearguards, it gives him a coup target. But maybe I can realign him out, so let's try that. Let's try colonial rearguards. Okay. No. Yes. some reason my mic keeps getting muted. I hope you guys can hear all the stuff I'm saying. So, in case I was muted when I said that last part, I think I'm going to have to be happy with domination here in Africa if it stays that way. Control is unlikely because even if I realign him out of Zaire. Yeah, okay, so I still got domination. We're going to cash in that card for 4. Hopefully he doesn't immediately grab South American control. Okay, he's going to take some points. So we cash this in. So now we need to get Mexico. Thinking Portuguese Empire will just deal with the loss of Angola because that's the least of our problems right now. And then walk into Mexico to give us a presence in Central America. I'm thinking maybe on my last AR I can use this to set DEFCON to 5, pick up a couple military ops points, give us a little breathing room. I really can't afford to go to space right now because of one small step. If I succeed, that's 2 VP for him if when he plays one small step. Because I'll end up here and then he'll end up here. Okay. So now we carry on with the plan. So I think next will be Europe scoring. Where's Fidel? In the discard, so I could do Ursuri for ops and walk into Cuba. Middle East is yet to be scored. I could do Ursuri for ops into Israel, which is now totally safe from Arab Israeli. We could use Southeast Asia scoring. So yeah, I think AR5 will definitely be Europe scoring. AR6 will be a Surrey, whether it's for the event or for ops to grab Cuba or Israel remains to be seen. And then AR7 will be How I Learned to Stop Worrying for the event set DEFCON 5. That's assuming he doesn't coup somewhere. Okay, this is a development. Intriguing. Okay, so now I've got 3 more plays here. And a Voice of America. Brush War. What's he gonna do it? Oh, jeez. Okay. That is a death blow. And that screws up my How I Learned to Stop Worrying plan. So that means we need to take all that back. And then in AR7 we'll have to coup with How I Learned to Stop Worrying. I wonder if I should have used a Surrey for those ops instead and save duck and cover VPs for my next headline. Alright, couple points, a little breathing room.
Пройдя через тяжелейшие испытания, советские люди отстояли
Alright, let's see what we get. Some more scoring cards. Hooray! Alright, so I think we have a decent shot at picking up Middle East domination here. So I think the headline will be Camp David. Or I could do Central America, but Junta's still out there, I believe. Yeah. Shuttle diplomacy could be used. Let's go with this first. ABM treaty in Mexico, I'm guessing, or Egypt, or both. Well, that is most unfortunate. So I can just walk into here. And then oh, I played the wrong card. Oh well. I was hoping to event that card, but I probably need the ops. Is that game? Yep. Oh well. That's disappointing. All because I put I put 4 guys in France instead of 5. But yeah, I think that is what cost me the game. Ultimately, was just blowing up France, because that was like a whole lot of VPs we lost. Like just 4 for presence versus domination, plus the battleground. Plus, I got Europe scoring twice, so that was like 15 points I threw away by not placing 1 extra op in France. So that is the end of my tournament life. It was a good run. I feel like I've gotten much, much better as a player than when this tournament started. I rewatched some of my early games and I was like wondering what I was thinking. So it was certainly enjoyable. Going into the tournament, I would have been happy to win 1 game. I ended up winning 5. And I took out last year's champion. So nothing to be ashamed about. Nothing. Yep. So it was a good run. I'm signing off. And I think for future streaming, I will probably stream future tournament games I take part in. I don't think I'll be doing much casual streaming, but we'll see. Maybe the mood will strike me and we'll see how it goes. So, see you all next time.